Okay, YouTube, I think we want to talk about carbon monoxide detectors in aircraft. They are in the UK now mandatory, or pilot's responsibility to carry a functioning one. It's probably true in EASA land as well. I know some people are having this type of thing. It's a sort of landlord approved CO meter that you can put near gas boilers and gas appliances. Makes a horrific noise. I think above 50 parts per million, but we'll come to that later. Yeah, you don't. I've tried that, and you can hear that with your headset on and the engine running in flight. No problem. In fact, you jump out your skin, which is good. And the other type has an actual display in parts per million. Now, this is our calibrated one. The other thing to say is that if you're on a, in fact, even if you're not on an approved maintenance program, even on an ODMP every 100 hours, you should be doing CO monitoring with a calibrated meter, I think. Certainly we do it on all our AMPs. So the flying school airplanes get it. Anyway, story has come about because I was flying a customer airplane recently and smelled a slight engine smell, which you get on old light airplanes. But they had one of these in which has never pipped. In fact, this very one, which is working fine, so I've just tested it. So I took our calibrated one up, and well, you'll see what readings we got and why you might want to think about one with numbers on it rather than just an alarm. Right, forgive the dodgy filming of one hand to hold the meter, one hand to hold the phone, and no hands to fly the airplane. Okay, on ground runs I got into the 40s, which is not good. There is something wrong with this airplane. My nose didn't deceive me. It's coming in for 100-hour checks, so we'll investigate anyway, but I just want to compare these devices because they haven't had any alarms go off from this one, but I could definitely smell something. Now we're in the 50s on ground run. I've closed the vents and put the heater on just to give it the worst case scenario, but this is still not going off. Now we're on climb out. Again, we're still in the 50s. Very far from ideal. It will probably go down in cruise to an acceptable figure, but that's not the point. There is a fault. It's higher than normal for this airplane type. Yeah, it has gone down in cruise, and I've reduced the cabin heat and cracked open the vents. So that's good. That's why I like the ones with the numbers. I'm now, even if the alarm had gone off on the other one, which it didn't, I wouldn't know whether that was 51 parts per million with the alarm going, or 200 or 300 parts per million. All it tells me is it's over 50, and it didn't go off at 50 anyway. So I'm not sure how useful. I mean, I'm sure the other one is better than nothing, but I like the numbers. It's useful information. It's gone down in cruise. I can safely carry on with my flight. It's a flight to maintenance 10 minutes away. It's just more helpful to me in flight. I'm now on the ground again. I'm just going to try and bring the levels up. I've closed the vents, put the heating on full, see if I can get the levels up high again. Annoyingly I can't. I've turned crosswind. I think probably the wind direction has an effect. High enough to make the other one go off. I'll put the other one up on the dash, right near the defrost, the demister. Funnily enough, at about 30 parts per million now, it goes off. Whether that's because it's close to the source or whether it's because it's warmer, I don't know. But yeah, even when I put it back on the seat, it continued to pip until I taxied up to the hangar with around 30 parts per million. So as I say, I don't think that's really helpful. If it had gone off in the first place, I'd have thought, oh my god, how much CO is there actually in here? And if it didn't stop going off until it was, which it didn't, until it was below 30 parts per million, how useful is that in terms of whether I need to land immediately? What is going to be my, time of good mental capacity? Where can I divert to? I'm in mentally a much better place when I've opened the vents, turned off the heaters and seen the levels go down, the numbers go down. This is still going off. Right, even up at the hangar. Eventually it did stop, but after shutting the engine down, I think. But the other thing is, with the one with the numbers on it, is when we use our calibrated one on the 100-hour monitoring, we can verify the operation of yours. Managed to stop this going off eventually, even near the fresh air vent it carried on going off. So I don't think it's better than nothing, but I don't think it's the most useful thing in an aeroplane. If I've got to buy one, invest in one with numbers on it, and an alarm, so that you can actually monitor the level and do something about it and see if you've fixed the problem. You know, it's just better. Okay, the last and possibly my favourite reason for getting one that displays your parts per million in numbers is trend monitoring. Once you know what's normal for your aeroplane in the cruise, it should be pretty low. You know, we don't like to see it above 10. Other phases of flight, occasionally you get more, it's just like aeroplanes, but you want to see it really low in the cruise. Once you know if 1 or 2 parts or 0 is normal for your aircraft in the cruise, if it goes to 10 one day, or if it's normally 10 and it goes to 15 or 20, you know something has changed and it's time to get that looked at. You might be getting an exhaust leak somewhere. Something's wrong. Trend monitoring, very good thing. Thanks for watching.